Hi guys, so here is my latest creation, and this is the biggest veggie monster I have ever created. This thing is heavy-duty monster truck. Like it's got a 12-foot flatbed with 6 boxes and 3 tanks, 3 veggie tanks on this one. I can go 2,000 miles with one fill up and carry two totes of veggie oil if I have to. That's what is that, like almost 600 gallons plus like 200. Yeah, I can carry 800 gallons of oil with this thing if I am going cross country, and I can carry about 200 gallons, 220 without the totes. And this one has a super heavy-duty veggie system, triple the filtering power than what I used to create before. So I don't know if this is gonna look good on the picture, on the video, but look at this thing. This thing is huge. Like, look how long that thing is. Wow. 12-foot bed and a single cab with Cadillac doors. People ask me, did you convert your Cadillac to a truck? I'm like, no, I just put a Cadillac door on here. So anyway, I painted the wheels recently. I think they came out pretty good. So look at the tire. The tire is about 70%, 80%. New mirrors, very nice chrome mirrors. Okay, so this is the main running tank. It's 150 gallons, and then there is the factory rear factory tank that's 33 gallons, and then there is a 40-gallon tank right here, which used to be a water tank, and this thing goes all the way to the other side. So that's a 40-gallon tank. And here are all the batteries and the inverter. The inverter is for collecting oil with 5 batteries, 2 up front, so there is 7 batteries in this truck. That's plenty of power for any occasion. You can run your motorhome off of it or anything you like. There is the super heavy-duty veggie filtration system. 3 filters instead of 1. There is the heat exchanger. That's a 30-plate stainless steel heat exchanger that's sending the hot oil to the filters. And yeah, so that's the filtration part of the veggie system. And then there is some more stuff under the hood. So I hope it's gonna come out nice in the video, because I can't see anything in this sunlight. Okay. So this is the heater, the electric heater. This only runs at the cold startup in the morning. This engine starts on 100% veggie oil. There is no diesel tank anywhere in here. There is no need to use diesel. this will start on 100% Veggie. So it's a completely automatic system where these little thermostats, thermo switches, they turn off the heaters when the engine gets hot enough or the fuel gets hot enough. There is a triple protection. There is 3 switches here, one on the pump and one on the engine. There is 3 switches that turn off the heater. So they are in a series configuration, so any one of them tripping the circuit will turn off the heaters. So it's a triple protection. Okay, somebody's calling me. Wrong time. Yeah, so the engine is the engine has 90,000 miles on it. The chassis has actually 200,000. Just turned 200,000 a few days ago. And so, but the engine was this rebuilt engine was put in at 110,000. So the engine has only 90,000 miles on it. And then there was a transmission put in here, a rebuilt transmission about 70,000 miles ago. So this thing runs so nice right now. It's in top shape. It runs like a new truck, and it's very quiet because of the upgraded interior. Okay, I replaced all the seats with newer model. It just used to have a really ugly bench seat and no carpet on the floor, just linoleum. So I put a Suburban carpet on the floor and Suburban seats and the Cadillac door panels, and it's really quiet inside. All of this stuff is dampening the noise, so it's a very nice ride, and I might say it rides almost like a Cadillac. So yeah, so what about the Veggie system? So here is the control panel. This is the gauges. Turning on the gauges. Everything is reflecting so much. I don't get it. Jesus, what's all that reflection? Anyway, so those are the gauges, and there is just one switch for the Veggie system. You can turn it off or on, and these are the lights. In the morning the red light comes on for about 6 minutes and heats up the system, and when the system is hot enough it will turn itself off. And this light is not hooked up right now, and this blue light is for the fans, the electric fans. When the electric fans come on, that light comes on also. And then down here, this is the switch for the rear tank or the front tank. That's how you switch between the 2 tanks. The third one is not hooked up yet, but it can be hooked up. It's just a couple of hoses and stuff that are still missing. I have a high idle switch right here, high idle, and manual glow plugs. Manual glow plug button. See? That's the glow plug light, and it's ready to start. So you just give it like 4 seconds of glow plug, and then it will start right up. Okay. There is a power strip from the inverter, so you can plug in anything. And actually the stereo system, this is the subwoofer, and this is the surround sound stereo system that runs on 120, runs off of the inverter. It sounds very nice. Maybe I'll put it on later, but right now I want to show you the generator. So this is a 5,000 watt generator. So I'm gonna turn it off. I wanted to turn it off so I don't have to talk over that noise. So this is a 5,000 watt generator that I rescued from a standalone generator unit. I cut the gas engine off of it. There was a lot of machining involved to get the right pulley and the right shaft and the right bearing here. See, that's a bearing from Tractor Supply. That's a double pulley, V-belt pulley, and I had to pay the machine shop to do some customizations to this generator, but it came out really nice. So that's where the power comes out. It's got a double 110, so these two lines create 110 and these two lines create 110, and then you can take these two lines and you can even have a 240 if you're ever gonna use that. So, and then everything is hooked up down here. That is a 50 amp plug. You can plug in your motorhome and run 2 ACs off of it, no problem, and power to spare. So that's a 50 amp plug, and here there is a double 25 amp plug, 2 times 25 amps, and then here is another 25 amps, but only 25 amps for both of them. So there is plenty of plug-ins. That is the lift pump for the Veggie system. That is the switch that switches the tanks between the rear and the front tank. Everything is working very nicely. Plenty of storage space. Look at that, perfect vehicle for a contractor. I think the boxes alone worth like 2-3 grand on this thing. The sides come out really easily. You can just lift it off with one hand. More boxes in the back. There is a small vise. That's always nice to have. Okay. There is also an air system on this truck, which is not hooked up because the air pump that used to be in this truck is where the generator is right now, but the whole air system is still there. There is an air tank underneath. It's quite long, like a big acetylene tank, and you know, the air tank can be used for whatever. If anybody wants to install a compressor on this thing, the half of the system is already there. So yeah, what else can I tell you about this? Okay, so I removed the factory mechanical fan. I removed it because it's very noisy and it uses a lot of power. So I'm using electric fans, 2 of them. They are about what is it, like 80 watts each or something like that. They work very nicely. They hardly ever come on because these old radiators from '92, this is a bona fide copper radiator with 4 cores in it. They don't make him this good anymore. And actually the fans almost never come on unless it's really hot outside, because the radiator is so efficient that it's cooling the engine, you know, plenty good. Let's see what else. So yeah, I don't know what else to show you about this. The stereo is a really high quality Polk Audio home stereo. It sounds really nice, and that thing costs $500 new. I bought it years ago, so now I'm just using it for this truck. Yeah, so we got a leather rack. I also installed another power strip back here, so you can plug in anything you want, anything I want. Close the door. Yeah, so good tires, good everything. The whole truck is in top shape right now. Fairly new engine, transmission, 7 batteries, 2 electrical system, I mean 110, the 12-volt system, and then 2 different types of AC system. One with the what do you call it, the inverter, and one with the generator. So this thing is so loaded, I don't think anybody can find a truck like this anywhere else. It took me about 6 months to finish it. It was a lot of work. A lot of work, guys. But I think it's worth it. These trucks are way better than the newer ones. The 95 and newer trucks are not built as well as this one. The frame on this one is so hard that I could barely put a screw in it when I was pulling the wires to the back. It's really hard to drill through the frame. And I actually had 2 totes of Veggie on here, which is 2 tons easily. This can carry easily 2 tons and more, because also the tanks are full. So that's like almost 3 tons you can carry with this truck, and it's not even gonna complain. So that's it. I just wanted to show you guys my latest creation, and happy veggieing out there. Bless you and keep the peace. Bye bye.